Life nowadays is way better than what we give credit for. At the same time, a lot of us have underlying pain and sadness. The pain that we hold inside keeps us in a certain state of mind where we are only focused on ourselves and we do not know how to see the perspective of others. And we need to realize this pain sooner rather than later. We grew up thinking that we needed to please other people. It's great that we learned those things, but we didn't know why. Then there comes a point where we're just pleasing people, but we don't know how to please ourselves. We sort of lose how to identify ourselves, how to figure out when we're happy, when we're sad, when we're frustrated. There are so many emotions inside of us that have yet to be understood. There's a lot of things that go on in our lives and we're not sure how to respond to them. Let's just say you need to work overtime. You need to work extra hours than normal. I feel like for a lot of people, they don't know exactly when they're going to feel exhausted from working overtime. They're not going to understand when they're about to have a breakdown from working overtime. They're not going to understand when they're lacking the necessities of emotional support when they're working overtime, and they're just gonna blow up at some point instead of figuring it out early and trying to do things to combat it. How many people out there have those moments where they just have sudden anger towards someone and they're not even sure if that person deserved that anger? They just realized in themselves, like, oh, I just responded poorly. That could be a sign that we just don't know ourselves very well yet. And the best way to know ourselves is to understand our sadness. Happiness, it's a hard thing to calculate. Sadness is a special emotion. It really stays in there. It can burrow. It could really cause damage in there if it stays there long enough. There's a lot of reasons to be sad, and we just never think about it afterwards. We kind of just push it aside a little bit. We don't take time to think about it. I kind of am saying we live sad lives from time to time, and it's okay to live those sad moments. We need to understand them and in some ways appreciate them, because if it's not for that sadness, we don't remember our mistakes very well, and we need to remember our mistakes more than we remember our accomplishments. It's scary to help ourselves, because that means looking deep. That means admitting everything that is wrong with us. We can't be negative when looking through our emotions. We have to see the positive side. I hope this helps. I've been Melvin. You've been awesome. And until next time.